Hello, my name is Diarmaid Lane, and you're very welcome to this introduction to AutoCAD series of videos. In today's video, I'm going to go through the following, and starting with how you download AutoCAD if you're an educator or a student, down through different keyboard commands, looking at model space and layouts, and we'll do a little bit of work on just simple drawing functions in AutoCAD. So to get started, in order to download AutoCAD, the best place for any educator or student to go to is the Autodesk website. And I will put this link in the comment section at the bottom of this video. So this is autodesk.com. If you just Google search AutoCAD student download, just make sure you go to the Autodesk. So these are the creators of AutoCAD. And inside here, there's a large number of different softwares that you can download. But for AutoCAD, my recommendation is here. So you download AutoCAD here. If you're using a Windows device, or if you're using an Apple device, you download AutoCAD for Mac. So that will give you access to the very latest version of AutoCAD, and you'll have a year access, and you can just renew after that. I know for UL technology teachers, you will just use your UL email address when you're registering for this. I'm not sure about other institutions or secondary schools, but my guess is that anybody who's an educator or a student can sign up for it. But the most important thing is you have to use your school email address. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing is AutoCAD keyboard commands and shortcuts. I'll also put this at the very bottom in the comment section. This is a page that I think you should all just add to your favorites. There's a huge amount of different shortcuts and one key commands that you can use in AutoCAD and learn as you progress. So yes, this will be a really good starting point. This is a nice one here, just in terms of your keyboard and all of the different one key shortcuts that you can use, and I'll be referring to those in the video as well. So there are two websites, the download and the keyboard commands. Next up, okay, so when you open your AutoCAD, you should go to New. My suggestion is go to Browse Templates, and inside in Browse Templates, go to ACAD or ACAD ISO is fine to start off. So I might just start here with ACAD, and I'll say open here. All right, so when we come inside here in AutoCAD, you have a model space. You can see down here on the left-hand side where my cursor is, you have a model space, which is basically an infinite canvas. And this is where you should do all of your drawing. We also have what we call layouts. I'll speak about those in later videos. These are basically your drawing sheets with I suppose, a little window into your model space. So that can be done afterwards. And for now, I just want you to be concerned about the layout space here. At the moment, you see I have the grid on. The grid is turned on here. If I want to turn off the grid, down below here in the bottom, there's a little toolbar, and you can turn off your grid here. But you also see that it's the grid mode on or off. You also see here that when I hover over it, it tells me that F7. So if I go F7 on my keyboard now, on my keyboard I have to go function F7, that toggles it on and off as well. All right, so I usually like to draw without the grid on. Now, so that's that. So that's your model space. We always draw in model space. Your layout space is for printing and for creating drawings afterwards. So we won't worry about that for now. The next thing I just want to just show you is very, very simply the line command in AutoCAD. The line command, you'll find it up here in the draw ribbon. So if you left click on the line command, you can come anywhere here on your screen. It asks you to specify the first point. So you can specify the first point here, and you can draw a line any length you want. So let's say, for example, I want to draw a line that is a horizontal line that is 100 millimeters long. I just type in 100, and in order to put in my angle, I go tab and 0 degrees. right? So that's going to give me a line here that is a horizontal line on the page. AutoCAD works in terms of its angles. It works in an anti-clockwise direction. So for example, if I want to draw in another line here, hover over this here, it snaps onto the end point, and I can say, let's say a line 150, 150, tab, and it's going to go 30 degrees this time. So you can see it works in a anti-clockwise direction there. So one of the things, another little tip I'll just give you here is if you press spacebar, that will automatically recall your last command that you used. Press escape just to go out of it. The other thing that I want to show you here is a very useful one is the object snap. So object snap is here. So sorry, this one, let me see here. Object snap is here. So this is your object snap just down below here, snap settings. And inside in snap settings, if you go to object snap here, these are all the different points that you can snap onto in a drawing. So for example, here, all of these, so these are all good. I'm going to knock off intersection here, knock off extension, and I'm going to include midpoint, and I'm just going to say okay to that. So again, if I draw a line, just select my line command here. And if I want to draw it from the midpoint of this line here, now that my object snap is on, I just hover over it here and it automatically snap onto the midpoint of my line. To toggle your object snap on and off, just press your F3 button, and that will so now if I draw a line command, it won't lock onto any of the object snaps. If I press F3 while in that command now, it's going to give me my different points, perpendicular, midpoint, endpoint, so you can play around with that yourself. So that's the line command. If I wanted to draw a line as well, you can just type L for line, hit enter, and you can draw your line just like that. Another one that I just want to show you here is your zoom. So you might have drawn a really small line. If you double click your mouse wheel, it will zoom all your entities and you can zoom in or out there. Also your zoom command, press Z for zoom, press the down arrow here, and this will give you different ways of zooming on your geometry. So that's that. The other thing I'll just show you here is the rectangle command. Rectangle command is up here. So you can click in your rectangle. If you press the down arrow, it's a polygon. So for now, we'll just look at rectangle. So again, look at what the prompt is. So it's asking you to specify the first corner. Or if you look here below in this bar here, it's just a little bit more advanced, specify the first corner, or a chamfer, elevation, fillet, thickness, width. So we won't deal with that just for now, but if I want to draw a rectangle, so I'm going to press my left click here, and I'm going to draw the rectangle now. We'll say 150 by 75. So I'll just type in 150, and then in order to type in your height of your rectangle there, we'll say 75, and press enter, and that's your rectangle drawn there. One of the things about a rectangle is it's a polyline. So if I click on any one of these lines here, it's all one entity. So that's something interesting. What you could do if you want to, if you wanted to break that up, you just use the explode function here in the modify tab. Just click on the object, and then we've told it that that's the object we want to explode. Right click now, and that is when you hover over it now, it's going to give you independent lines there. So that is all I'm going to share with you in this video. I hope you have found it useful. The last thing I'm going to do is file, save as, and when you save your file in AutoCAD, it saves as a .dwg file. So I'm just going to go into my folder here and I'm going to save that there. So I'm going to call it just getting started with AutoCAD. Right, and we'll pick up on this then on the next video. Save that, and then you can just exit your drawing, and that's it, done and dusted. I hope you found this useful.